Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Rex Litter with Monday's News. In this edition, 12 arrested for hijacking ballot box. PNG Resource Week 2025 commences, and Wigmen keeping finals hope alive. Madang police have confirmed the arrest of 12 suspects allegedly involved in the hijacking of a ballot box from the Usinabundi by-election on Thursday, July 24, 2025.
Madang Provincial Police Commander Acting Superintendent Robert Bayam confirmed today that the suspects were brought into Madang town on Saturday night. They are currently in police custody. PPC Bayam also clarified that the media report on the hijacking of a helicopter is misleading. The PPC says the helicopter landed at Kempany in Ward 19, about 5 kilometers from the intended drop-off site. Bayam says shortly after landing, a group of armed men believed to be supporters of a candidate intercepted the polling team. They took one hostage and the ballot box after forcing the presiding officer to sign the ballot papers. The candidate allegedly involved was arrested also. He and 11 other suspects have each been charged with 5 various criminal and election-related offenses. Meantime, the polling officials were not hurt during the ordeal, including the auxiliary corps who was taken hostage. Police also secured the ballot box and its contents. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Machinery have crossed the Jimmy River in Bayer, Western Highlands Province, over to Kobon LLG in Middle Ramu, Madang Province, so the Madang-Bayer Road project can continue. Locals in Middle Ramu witnessed the machinery being moved across early this month. It's a welcome sight and sigh of relief as locals put their hopes in this infrastructure development project that illustrates access to more government services. The machineries will be used to move roadworks towards Simbai Station and progressively link up to the existing route in Simbai, which connects to Ayome. On the other hand, the Department of Works and Highways is already pushing into Ayome from Transgogol in South Amedob. Member for Middle Ramu Council Hewai Kamdaru said the absence of proper road access has for decades crippled the district administration in effectively delivering vital goods and services. Prime Minister James Marape has welcomed the arrival of a new aircraft in September. He described this as a landmark moment in the modernization of Papua New Guinea's aviation sector and a boost to national unity as the country marks 50 years of independence.
Prime Minister James Marape commended State-Owned Enterprises Minister William Duma, Kumul Consolidated Holdings and New Guinea for highlighting the significance of the recent acquisition of the new Airbus A220 fleet. The Prime Minister says this investment will enhance aviation capabilities and bring greater efficiency to national air travel. The arrival of the aircraft is expected in September reflects not only the technical advancement it brings, but also its symbolic value as the nation celebrates 50 years of independence. The integration of a modern fleet is expected to improve connectivity within the country and contribute to economic growth, tourism, and overall national unity. The Airbus A220 will begin scheduled services from September 2025 to the following 5 jet-capable airports: Jackson's International Airport, Najib Tomodachi International Airport, Kavieng Airport, Momote Airport, and Geni Airport. Future expansion beyond the first 5 additional airports, such as Mount Hagen, Tokua, Vivek, Madang, Oskins, and Vanimo. All these ports are undergoing resurfacing and infrastructural improvements to accommodate A220 aircraft in the years ahead. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Russell Warwick is ready to implement his modernization program as chairman-elect for the Motu Koita Assembly. Warwick ousted Daddy Toka Jr. by more than 1,000 votes when counting concluded last Friday.
The people of Motu Koita have a new chairman in the Motu Koita Assembly. It's been 7 years since they have last voted for an MKA chairman. Last Friday, Motu Koita spoke, resulting in Russell Warwick unseating incumbent Daddy Toka Jr. by more than 1,000 votes. Endorsed by Mosby Northwest MP Lohia Boy Samuel to run for office, Warwick officially won with 6,589 votes. The former chairman mustered 5,352 votes. Warwick is ready to implement his modernization program.
We are going to do the modernization program. In the modernization, there's many things that are lacking in our villages. That's what we are going to work on, like the old houses, walkways that have never been attended to because of funding and because of the management of the way they managed the previous assembly in the old regime. So in this regime now, we are going to try our very best to exercise all those things, fix our roads, our rubbish issue in the village, our coastline and water issue, many things that we have to do.
The new MKA chairman is also looking to strengthen the culture of working together with new ward councillors and women representatives.
So the chairman and the newly elected councillors, they have a job to do. They have a job to do, and that job is to fix Motu Koita. The Prime Minister has spoken to me. He's given me a task, and that is to modernize Motu Koita. And the only pathway to modernization of Motu Koita is to the Motu Koita Assembly. And I needed a chairman that was willing to work with me. And I need councillors that are willing to work with the chairman. And I noticed what the member-elect for Tatana said. The chairman must work together with the councillors. That has never been the case in the past. So I'm also challenging the new elected chairman to work with all these good men behind me and our elected women reps. The chairman must work together very closely every day with the councillors so we can deliver for the people of Motu Koita. The people have suffered a long time.
After last week's declaration, NCD Governor Poes Pakop and City Manager Ravo Frank congratulated Mr. Warwick and also acknowledged outgoing MKA Chairman Daddy Toka Jr. for 7 years of service to the Motu Koita people. Jasmine Rojak, TV1 News.
For the first time, the Rigo Coastal Local Council of Women are now standing as one to promote local women participating in leadership, decision-making in the economic and social sectors. Last week, the RCLCW held a fundraising corporate dinner, its first of its kind, and successfully raised 19,000 kina, excluding pledges.
Women in the local districts are standing up for themselves. One of this is the Rigo Coast Local Council of Women, who are tired of knocking on doors asking for funding. RCLCW executives came up with a new way of raising funds. Without hesitation, the local women hosted a corporate dinner last Thursday with live music, entertainment, and great dinner service at the Vision City Dynasty Seafood Restaurant. RCLCW President Tracy Kila stated that it wasn't easy for the local women. However, they managed to raise roughly 19,000 kina.
Know that every contribution you make is planting seeds that will grow into future leaders, change makers, and empower women. Thank you for standing with us this evening. Together we will build a stronger, more equal future for Rigo and PNG as a whole.
Several organizations, individuals, and governmental heads pledged 68,000 kina, adding up the total income to 87,000 kina expected.
Currently, our women from several provinces are victimized. They have every right to stand up and talk to the media to try to tell the nation that they are here, not only looking at the economical side of things, but they also here to stand up and speak for the women of Central Province in terms of situations like that. Make a commitment, apart from 10,000, make a commitment of 5,000 for the team to give people like that. Thank you.
President Killer gave thanks to the God Almighty and shared that this wouldn't have been possible without the determination of the local women. She said that women are capable of raising such funds if they put their mind to it.
We started out of zero, scratch, used our own funds, own resources to conduct meetings and administration runs, which some of you will relate. We first secured 10,000 from River District Council of Women. That fund was part of the 40,000 allocation by Madam Rufina Kita. So we had to have a meeting and deposited the funds to Mama Bank account. This has enabled us to come up to this corporate dinner.
This event was to help raise funds to start up potential avenues for local women to be educated and advocated to have equal opportunities and rights in the society. Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. Among stories after the break, New Island landowners acknowledged and the Brian Bell launches its new farming group.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans, expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend, PNG's own coffee.
Open net.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever.
Yes!
From small dreams to big possibilities, the Wanted Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Sometimes over the years, New South Wales have been obsessed with size, and talent.
2001, series locked at 1-1. We need a halfback. The Queenslanders need a halfback. Where do we go to? Make a phone call to Alan Langer. Where's all the Queenslanders here?
Oh my God, what was that?
Keep going.
Oh, it's worms.
Welcome back. PNG Resources Week 2025 commenced today with over 800 delegates gathering at the APEC House in Port Moresby to celebrate the legacy and future of Papua New Guinea's resource sector. Prime Minister James Marape delivered a keynote address that honored the nation's journey since independence.
PNG Resources Week 2025 commenced this morning with over 800 delegates gathering at the APEC House in Port Moresby to celebrate the legacy and future of Papua New Guinea's resource sector. Prime Minister James Marape, in his keynote address, honored the nation's journey since independence, highlighting the transformative impact of mining, petroleum, and energy projects in building schools, hospitals, roads, and livelihoods across Papua New Guinea. He called for inclusive growth and fair partnerships, which sets the tone for a week focused on shared prosperity and national progress. Following soon after the official opening of the program, the first sessions of the Community Affairs and National Content Conference and exhibition were facilitated in two different rooms of the APEC House. Session 2A facilitated presentations on national content and success stories.
To promote economic development and further industrialisation in the oil and gas sector in PNG. From then to today, Total Energies and its project partners have spent over 330 million USD in country.
On one side, we have to help our companies, our developers know what's in the mindset of our people. All Team One, what are they hoping to achieve and come out of it? And of course, on the landowner side, we have to let them, we have to manage their expectation.
The immense contribution of our resource sector towards nation building is reflected in the theme of the conference.
Local procurement is not just a policy shift, it's a powerful strategy for national growth.
The 3-day, full-day Resources Week 2025 program will conclude on Wednesday, 30 July 2025. Maricela Kellerton, TVWAN News.
Landowners of New Ireland Province were acknowledged today by Newmont Corporation on the sidelines of the Community Affairs and National Content Conference and Exhibition. A cultural group led by Chief Mai Stanley Luanda brought New Ireland to the APEC House foyer in Port Moresby as they sang in their local dialect, their voices filling the foyer.
Farming practices and adding
the Community Affairs and National Content Conference and Exhibition, or CanConnex, hosted by the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, started on a good note today at APEC House in Port Moresby. Session 1 was opened this morning by Prime Minister James Marape, while Session 2A focused on national content and success stories. These sessions saw presentations from Total Energies EP PNG Limited and landowner companies, PNG Mining and Petroleum Hospitality Services Limited and Trans Wonderland Limited. After the session, the lilting song from a group from New Ireland drew attendees to the main foyer. The group was led by Chief Mai Stanley Luanda, who hails from Nalik in Kavieng District. The performance was facilitated by Newmont Corporation under its core value of integrity, which talks about respecting the cultures, laws, and regulations in a host country. Furthermore, the Sing Sing and Appreciation Ceremony that was conducted by Chief Mai Luanda was held in commemoration of 3 important events: New Ireland Day, which is observed on July 27th every year, 30 years of Lihir's golden journey, when Lihir's mining development contract was signed in 1995, and PNG's 50th independence anniversary. After the main event, Maimai Luanda stressed on the importance of recognizing cultural ownership and practices.
And they said today, it's really important that as a resource company, that they see the importance of this culture, and culture represents the people. And we trust and we thank Fremont for being in partnership and being a developer on Lihir Island and New Island Province.
Furthermore, a traditional setup consisting of New Ireland and East New Britain artifacts such as the Malagan mask and a miniature replica of the ENB TVWAN will be given to the PNG National Museum and Art Gallery in September this year. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News.
Brian Bell Agriculture launched its new farming group, GrowCo, today to give support to landowners, group farmers with tools and fertilizers so they can get the best yield from their farming. GrowCo brand ambassador Christopher Tapp witnessed the launch at the Brian Bell Agriculture Center in Port Moresby alongside Brian Bell Agriculture General Manager Janoa Smith and Brian Bell Agriculture Lay Branch Manager Peter Laka.
Brian Bell Agriculture has long been the farmer's supporter, supplying tools, seeds and machinery to develop and maintain their farms. Brian Bell Agriculture General Manager Janoa Smith said the new farming group GrowCo package is worth around 5,000 kina, which is to provide a strong network support, access to industry tips and expert knowledge, as well as exclusive discounts on products such as seeds, fertilizers, potting mix and gardening tools.
We don't know how long at the moment, how long the offers are going to go for. It could be for a month, it could be 3 to 4 weeks, will be an average size of a length of time that an offer might be live for, but we're going to have multiple offers running at any given time as well. As the guys have mentioned, this is the first offer that we put together today as part of the launch. As we go through the coming weeks, we're going to build more and more bundles. And as I mentioned earlier, primarily focused on the B2B, larger landowner groups. This is through the corporate type groups.
Smith emphasized that the current package is put together for bigger landowner groups, and he urged individual farmers to be watching their website to see when they make announcement for the next phase, which will include smaller groups and individuals.
You're going to have to keep checking in on our website, because then we'll start to announce closer to the time when we will launch the phase 2, which will be opening up to the larger, wider Papua New Guinea farming community. And that's exciting. Our ultimate goal is to not only be able to supply corporate and B2B, we also want to get down to the grassroots PNG farming.
The package includes a tiller machine that is said to be able to plow a piece of farming land in a matter of 2 days, compared to almost 2 weeks of manual plowing.
Just imagine if you put 10 guys to work on the land. It probably might take them 1 week, 1 month, 1 month or 1 week to do the same work that this little machine can do, probably in 2 days.
The GrowCo Special Farming Package is available in Brian Bell Agriculture stores around the country. Interested farmer groups are urged to get on the GrowCo Brian Bell Agriculture website to access the registration form to register as soon as possible while the products are still available. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, the brand ambassador Christopher Tapp says the GrowCo and Brian Bell Agriculture wants to ensure the small farmers grow their own businesses out of the new farmer package they get from the GrowCo, which was launched today.
We want them to transit from a small farmer to a farm that is a business of its own. And in order to do that, we have to transit them to the introduction of this package. That will be empowering, and that's the most important thing. We want them to grow up. Brandbell has already grown up, as all the tractors, everything that we can see. But the farmers have not grown. So we want them to grow, so that we have the equipment ready to grow them. And so we invite everybody to come on board, especially in a group that will make an impact on our society.
And now a look at the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2415 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2340, $0.3533 Australian dollars, $0.1910 euro and 34.24 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, cocoa closed higher. Gold, coffee, crude oil and copper closed lower, and copra and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso irresistible fragrance.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Toby Sexton dropped.
But this doesn't pull apart their greatest strength.
This is the future. This is the way they want to go.
Why was Harry Grant the right man to take over?
I just thought it was the right thing to do. Obviously, you know, his best position we think is fullback.
Queensland
have done the unthinkable.
It was unbelievable emotion, and good on Cameron, very, very brave to get out there and play.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, Fiji is stepping up regional climate talks after the United Nations top court agreed to rule on countries' legal duties to fight climate change. Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka said Fiji is now working with the UN office in Suva to break down the ruling and understand what it means for the country's next steps. Rabuka states that as chair of the Melanesian Spearhead Group, Fiji will push for climate finance and stronger unity among Pacific countries. He said that Pacific countries must now speak with one voice and secure funding to protect people already suffering from the impacts of rising seas and stronger storms. This historic legal recognition reinforces the case long made by vulnerable countries. The climate crisis is not only a scientific or economic issue, it is a human rights and justice issue. Few countries in the world have felt the pressure from the US President Donald Trump's tariffs quite like Japan. Initially hit with tariffs of at least 25%, the export-oriented country recently struck a deal to cut them to 10%. Car and electronics makers are worried, but another industry, the rice wine shake, is also vulnerable.
Japan's most iconic drink suffering from a popularity problem at home.
Across the world, all the national alcoholic beverages are struggling.
At sake breweries in Yamagata Prefecture, workers are scurrying to ensure sake is ready for delivery. It's a popular gift during the hot summer months. But the reality is, domestic sake consumption is only a third of what it once was.
Sake consumption has been falling quite a lot.
Sake is becoming less and less familiar to young people, who nowadays tend to drink low-strength, sweet alcoholic beverages.
It's not all bad news. Exports have boomed over the past decade, riding on a surge of Japanese cuisine. They make up around 10% of sales, and many breweries want to double that. But that's now an even greater challenge, with new tariffs from the US, Japan's most important market.
Raising tariffs may strangle US domestic consumption.
Sake sales have flatlined since President Trump's tariffs were first announced in April. A recent deal saw these taxes drop from 25 to 15%, but it's still costly.
In the US, they sell our sake several times higher than our wholesale. We want to reach as many people as possible.
Sanctions aren't the only price problems for sake. Here in Japan, there's a rice shortage. Prices reached such extraordinary levels, the government had to intervene and open up emergency reserves. But the damage had been done. Sake rice up 30% in a year. That's unprecedented.
Sake breweries have no choice but to raise the cost of their products,
putting a lid on affordable sake.
Thailand and Cambodia are set to hold talks after days of deadly border clashes killed at least 35 people and prompted concerns of all-out war. Talks between the two Southeast Asian nations are expected to go ahead today in Malaysia, even as both sides accuse each other of launching fresh artillery strikes across contested areas. Acting Prime Minister Putam Wechayacha would lead the Thai negotiating team. The government announced in a statement on Sunday night, Malaysia, which chairs the Asian Regional Cooperation Forum, has informed the Thai government that Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet would also be attending the talks. The statement said on Sunday, US President Donald Trump said he had spoken to both leaders and believed that both sides want to make a deal. Fighting fire in the tropic comes with challenges unlike anywhere else in the country. In Darwin, A new squad of firefighters has just completed 20 weeks of grueling training.
5 long months coming to an end with a bang. These 12 recruits are celebrating the culmination of their firefighter training.
Surreal, incredible. It's been a long 20 weeks, but it sure has gone quick, this last part especially.
A lot of emotions, but just trying to keep them in for now until the very end.
A graduation ceremony at Darwin Fire Station is also a chance to demonstrate what they've learnt about operating in challenging tropical conditions, attending car crashes, hazardous material incidents and responding to fires.
We have 26 locations across the Northern Territory and we protect the major corridors leading in and out of the Territory, providing response capability in urban and peri-urban areas.
The fire service now stands alone from NT Police and cooperates with the Rural Firefighting Service. For some, becoming a firefighter is a lifelong dream. For others, it's a chance to do something different while giving back.
If I had have even considered firefighting as a career before I did my nursing degree, I would have jumped straight into this. Yeah, it's incredible. Great career choice.
Getting 12 pretty ordinary people and at the end of it, you know, getting 12 really good firefighters is, we're all a bit proud when they graduate, so it's good.
The new recruits are set to officially begin with the service in August.
A council in Sydney's north is considering charging spectators to watch the city's New Year's Eve fireworks from popular vantage points.
Who make their way down to Sydney Harbour every New Year's for the iconic New Year's Eve fireworks. They could soon be paying full price as North Sydney Council considers a plan to ticket some of the best vantage points north of the harbour as part of a broader scheme to rein in costs. The council manages viewing points at Bradfield Park, Lavender Bay Parkland and Blues Point and is looking at charging patrons up to $50 a head at this year's event. It's part of a broader push by the council to improve its bottom line. In May of this year, the council had its plan to increase rates by almost 90%, knocked back by the Independent Pricing and Regulatory Tribunal, or IPART. The council at the time said $25 million in costs needed to be cut.
I think it's a little bit unfair. I think that there's other areas that they can focus on as far as charging people who leave litter behind. I think that's probably a fair point as someone that lives in the area. I can't stand how much rubbish gets dumped here.
Backpackers, I think there's so many of us that come here to experience it, so I don't feel that we should pay for it, because wherever you are in Sydney as well, it takes quite a long time to get here, and some of us can't actually get here as well on the day.
Councillors will meet tonight to consider ways to partially or fully recover the cost of the more than $1 million event. A report has found 27,000 tickets selling at $48 a pop would be needed in order for the council to just break even.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Eagles hopeful and NCD Schools Rugby League praised.
Brush to the beat with Colgate for healthy teeth. Brush twice a day for 2 minutes, that's all you need. Brush to the Colgate beat. Come on now everybody, join in on the fun for long-lasting healthy teeth. 2 minutes of brushing twice a day, bright smiles, bright futures with Colgate. Brush to the Colgate beat. Come on now everybody, join in on the fun for long-lasting healthy teeth.
Rugby League is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's on you walk him, I'm a community. You must not block community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
long year 2024, 7 pla baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawe I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Mr. Russell, we must isim-signa sa bumingin.
You survey yourself, you can put in one per complaint.
I'm not giving big the heavy. Online by doctor. Na, also one I'm supposed me on data sorry kisimeli.
You think him go through of Sam? You like putting this plus sexual harassment report on Mr. Russell?
Who said you making this black complaint?
Joining BCFW now member blog ni plan na stand up strong against in workplace harassment.
Oh, sensational. Sparrow at his best. A brilliant performance. Simply incredible.
He will never forget. Couldn't have won it in more impressive fashion.
It will be a tough atmosphere. We've seen that with newly promoted teams.
Evans is there. Fine header.
Instant inspiration.
Welcome back. Following 3 consecutive victories over the past 3 weeks over Miox, Lahanis and the Barries, the 2024 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup winners, Mount Hagen Eagles, are positive about a last-ditch effort to make the finals in September. On Sunday, the Eagles mounted a late surge in the second half to beat the Barries 18 points to 10 in round 15 at the Santos National Football Stadium.
Right edge and then working it back on the inside.
After a challenging off-season that saw the sacking of their grand final winning coach Francis Ray, the Western Highlands franchise faced an uncertain start to the season. Issues within the organization led to lack of clarity in their approach, hindering their performance. However, after close evaluation, the franchise board appointed Captain Henry Wan as player coach for the remainder of the 2025 season. This move has revitalized the team's spirit. After round 15, the Eagles have gained momentum, securing 7 wins out of 15 matches and sit in 7th position on the league table. With only 3 rounds remaining in the regular season, the Eagles are eager to maintain their winning streak and enhance their chances of making the playoffs. The team's players and management are rallying together, united by the goal of defending the title and securing a spot in the finals. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The 2024 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup runners-up Croton Hella Wigman are keeping their finals hope alive with a hard-fought close win over Enga Miox 14 points to 12 in a gripping encounter during the round 15 match at the Santos National Football Stadium. Both teams entered the match with a high level of intent, energy and emotion, knowing that every point was crucial for a spot in the finals with 3 weeks remaining in the season.
It looks better, and this time, yes, they will claim a try. It's a massacre.
After coming off a 2-point win, Hella Wigman coach Yen Yarrow is a satisfied man, but acknowledged the intense physical challenge by the Miox. Yarrow praises players for their resilience and ability to work together, highlighting that these qualities are pivotal to their success on the field.
It was a really physical encounter by our boys. You know, with this weather, you can't a lot of balls, and we mistakes creeps in. We drop a lot of balls, but at the end of the day, we come out with the win. At this stage, you can't make mistakes like that. And for us, when Solo comes up with that 8, it's sort of like a turning point. But the boys play for each other. They hang in there until we grab the ball back. So it's just something good with the boys. With the defense, we really work hard in terms of each other, and that's what we stood out for.
The match kept the fans on the edge of their seats, showcasing the grit and determination of both sides as they fought for the crucial win. Wingman fullback Stafford John was outstanding with his kick returns and also contributed a try to their thrilling win.
Firstly, thank you, big man. It's a nice game to play. I'm not win, I'm not lose. At the end of 80 minutes, maybe I'll come out with a victory. So, big name on a glory go big man. But thank you, 2 points. Look forward to the next game. It's just an experience making so Mr. Ananit lo preserve lo crowd win rain but still Mr. consistent lo catch them all eyeballs nas lakan.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
In the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, the PRK Mande Muruks continue to lead the points table after a hard-fought victory against a resilient Kimbe Cutters 44 points to 14 at the Lay Rugby League Oval. The round 15 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup match showcased a tale of two halves. The Cutters started strong, scoring 2 early tries and leading 12 points to 6 at halftime. However, the Muruks regrouped in the second half, launching a scoring spree that overwhelmed the Cutters, finishing the match at 44 points to 14. Muruks maintained their position at the top of the table with 25 points. After round 15, Lay Snakes Tigers sit in second place with 21 points despite their loss to the Lahanis. The Gurus follow closely in third place with 20 points, while Lahanis, Wigman and Vipers close in on 4th, 5th and 6th spots with 17 points each. Defending champions Mount Hagen Eagles are knocking on the door in 7th place with 15 points as they continue their quest for a title defense. NCD Schools Rugby League Competition 2025 concluded yesterday at Sir John Guy Stadium with grand finals in both boys and girls division. Present to witness the finals were PNG RFL CEO Stanley Hondina, PNG Sports Foundation CEO Micah James, and NCDC few PNG Hunters players. NCD Schools Rugby League Competition President Arnold Gende spoke positively about the competition after the grand final matches for under 14 to under 19. Gende noted that the participating schools in the NCD showed some great football actions for the past 14 weeks. Reflecting on the competition, Gende said it improves every year and 2026 will be a big year for schools' rugby league talents in the city.
We have, in a short time, we have gained momentum in the kids' development in rugby league. As you can see, the skills and ball skills and tackling skills that they've displayed has come to another standard from last year, and we are looking forward to bigger improvements next year.
With a lot of rugby league actions expected in 2026, preparations will begin next month. Teachers from the participating schools will be upskilled with basic rugby league coaching skills. Those schools that didn't comply with the competition rules this year will be suspended. Most schools are expected to register their students for next year.
I think the parents and teachers have done pretty well this year. And also we are going, the next standard is my sideline. Will be rolling over starting next month maybe. We'll be visiting schools and start registering kids for next season, come season 2026. We would like all our kids to be registered this year, so we cannot run after registrations next year.
PNG Rugby Football League CEO Stanley Hondina and PNG Sports Foundation CEO Micah James witnessed the finals. Also watching and supporting from the sideline were a few PNG Hunters players led by Brandon Nima. In the boys under 15 division, Iobunakoba Primary School of Central Province won, defeating Gerehu Primary School. In the Under-19 division, Gerehu Secondary School beat Tokara Secondary School 10 points to 5 to claim the major title. The Gabadi constituency in Central Province came alive over the weekend as the Peter Isoaimo Cup was officially launched in Pinu Village. The 6-weekend tournament will see rugby and netball unite 7 communities across the district.
The Peter Isoaimo Cup tournament was officially launched at Pinu Village in the Central Province over the weekend. 7 teams from the villages of Pinu, Totu, Maiva, Ukaukana, Keveona, Kaupuana, and Magabaira will compete in rugby and netball over the 6 weekends, bringing communities together and offering a vibrant display of local talent. Second Secretary to the Minister for Energy, Victor Lakea, and Pinu Village leader Philomena Kasman Kabri officiated on behalf of Minister Peter Isoaimo, who was unable to attend due to illness following overseas ministerial duties. Kabri thanked Minister Isoaimo for his sponsorship of 20,000 kina and encouraged all participating teams to uphold sportsmanship. The tournament, she noted, was a unifying force for all villages in the Gabadi area. Karakou Electoral Officer Gabriel Toro described the event as the first of its kind in the constituency and encouraged youth, men and women to stay healthy and use the tournament as a platform to display their skills. He also advised young people to avoid illicit substances and embrace positive values like discipline and friendship. Representing the minister, Victor Lakea reaffirmed Isoaimo's commitment to supporting youth and women in Karakou through sports, business, and faith-based programs.
That's it for sports. Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby and Daru, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms, and other centers, cloudy periods with occasional rain and possible thunderstorms. Mamase, lay cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Madang and Wewak, cloudy periods with possible few showers. New Guinea Islands, all centers partly cloudy, except Kimbe, cloudy periods with possible brief showers. Highlands, Mandi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with heavy showers, rain and possible thunderstorms, then morning fog. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, sea slight to moderate with easterly to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, sea slight with southeast winds of 5 to 50 knots, tending northwest. Bismarck Sea, sea smooth to slight with easterly to southeast winds of 5 to 50 knots. And Pacific Ocean, sea slight with southeast winds of 5 to 50 knots. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, and waters north of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finsafen. Seas 1 to 1.5 meters. That ends the news tonight. From the news team, pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TVWAN News was